I'm so happy that you could join me for this ultimate session of relaxation. Tonight it's all about you, and I want you to feel the most relaxed and the most calm that you have ever felt. And I promise that if you commit to this moment, if you focus, and if you take the time to just unwind, then you will feel amazing. So I want you to find a nice, comfortable place, a place where you can just focus on you, and a place where you can just focus on my voice. I'm going to need you to listen to every single word I say, even as you drift in and out of consciousness. I just need you to be aware of this moment. And you're going to have distractions, even in the most quiet of places. There will be the sounds from outside. Big or small, you'll be able to hear the rumblings of noise, and that's okay, because that teaches us in those moments how to tune things out and how to live with those natural sounds. I want you to be comfortable, and I want you to try and switch off. Now, presuming that you are in a comfortable place, all I need is your attention as I walk you through a state of complete and utter calm. How do you feel when you can't sleep or you can't relax? You naturally become more irritated. Your mind tends to wander more. Perhaps you find it hard to focus on your everyday tasks and living. Perhaps you become frustrated with yourself, and it allows you to have more negative thoughts and feelings. Now imagine for a moment how you feel when you are well rested. And this can either be from a little mini nap, or it can be when you wake up from a full night's sleep. Focus on how that feels, and think about how you are after that time. More focused, more productive, calmer, able to handle whatever comes your way just that little bit better. Now, out of the two, wouldn't you rather feel like that? I think you would. And it's as simple as learning how to switch off. I heard a wonderful quote that I'd love to share with you now, that I think is going to change your perspective and the way that you think. It comes from a Chinese philosopher who said, "If you are feeling depressed, you are living in the past. If you are feeling anxious, you are living in the future. And if you are feeling at peace, you are living in the present." Take a moment to just think about that when you're feeling depressed or perhaps stressed about a situation, it's likely that you're focusing on things that have happened in the past. When you're thinking about things that make you anxious, it's likely those things haven't even happened yet. But the anticipation of what may go wrong causes that anxiety to stir. And if you're simply at peace, which is where we're going to aim to be, that means that you're living in the present moment. Now imagine how much easier it would be to switch off and relax if you simply lived in the present moment. You didn't think about your day too heavily. You just allowed the thoughts to flow in and out like a gentle stream, allowing the thoughts to flow through. They're not sticking, they're just flowing like water. And imagine how nice that feels, not to allow those thoughts to weigh heavily on you, because you can't change what has happened. You can only learn to deal with those things in the present moment. And when it comes to sleep and rest, it's not a time to problem solve. You do not need to worry about anything right now. You are in a safe and calm place. And you are in this present moment. When we think about going to sleep, we can also anticipate the difficulties that may come from not sleeping. Again, focusing on the future. What if we just focused on how comfortable we feel right now? Wouldn't that be so much easier? Don't you think that repeating all of these negative habits, going round like a circle, is getting a little tiresome? It's weighing you down, and it's stopping you from being the best version of you. Because we both know how amazing you can be when you allow yourself to be at your best. And all of that starts with a good night's rest. So in this moment, as you're allowing those thoughts to flow in and out, not taking more than a couple of seconds to focus on one or two of those, you're in the present. You're not focusing on that comment from the work colleague that really bothered you. You're not focusing on the person who nearly knocked your coffee over as you walked down the street. You're not focusing on the fact that your transport was late. You're not focusing on any of these little things that build up throughout the day and cause frustration. Is it natural to be frustrated at these things and to hold on to them? Of course. But do you need to hold on to them? Do they serve you? Because you should only be holding on to things that serve you well. Unless that thought is going to bring you happiness, unless it's going to bring you positivity, unless it's going to help you relax, you don't need to focus on it. All you need to do is focus on you and this moment. And when you're laying there, or perhaps you're sitting, perhaps you're commuting or travelling, whatever you're doing and wherever you are right now, it's likely that not only are you thinking of things from the past, and whether that's things that happened today or things that happened way in your past, it's likely that thoughts of the future also weigh on your mind. Those feelings of anxiety from things that haven't even materialized. We tend to live in a moment of what if? And what if we just remove that question? What if we just focused on right now and not on what ifs? Unless, of course, that what if is a positive thing. What if I went for my dream job? What if I tried out that hobby that I've always wanted to? But if your what ifs come with a negative connotation, such as, what if I go for that promotion and I don't get it? What if I try my new hobby and I get injured? Those are the kinds of what ifs we don't want to focus on, because you know that you're better than that. And you know that when you put out positivity, you'll get that back, and in abundance. You don't need to focus on negative what ifs. All you need to do is realize that you are capable of anything. You don't need to feel anxious or be worried or concerned. Because at the end of the day, if you go into things with positivity and goodwill, then there's a good chance that you'll get that back. And also you have to think about, what's the worst that can happen? And if that thing did happen, could you find a way out of it? More often than not, things are sent to try us and to teach us a lesson and to make us stronger. Even at the time when we hear things like this and we feel frustrated and feel like we didn't need a lesson, in the future you'll be grateful, because you realize that you were gifted a tool that you can use to tackle things later on. And those things will seem a little bit easier. But right now, when it comes to sleep and feeling good, you don't need to worry about any of that. You don't need to worry about being taught a lesson. You don't need to worry about your past stresses. All you need to worry about is relaxing. Often when we're laying there, we can focus in on physical pain. That could be from an injury. That could be caused by mental thoughts. That could be caused by a heavy session at the gym. It's definitely not one for me. But physical pain can really stop you from relaxing. And whether you have an ongoing condition or something that really weighs down on you because you're just mentally exhausted, and that can make you feel achy and just weighed down. Or if you have an injury that hasn't cleared up yet. Whatever it is, big or small, physical pain can really, really stop us from fully relaxing. What I want you to do in those moments where you're struggling is I want you to focus on your breathing. Now you might think this is too simple, but the reason why so many say to focus on breathing during sessions like meditation and hypnosis is because it takes you away from thinking about everything else. Breathing is something we do without even thinking. But when we really think about it, you actually stop thinking about everything else. And all I want you to do is focus on nice, slow, consistent breaths in and out. And in this moment, you may want to place your hands just over your stomach, feeling as you breathe in, allowing the stomach to breathe out, and as you breathe out, drawing the stomach in. This is a form of reverse breathing, and it helps to focus the mind even further. Don't worry if you can't master that technique. Just breathe normally, nice and slowly. This time is about you, and it's whatever works for you. It's also really important to get yourself as comfortable as possible. Think about your surroundings. Presuming you're in your normal bed setting, how comfortable are your pillows? Do you like a nice, thin, firm pillow? Do you like a large, fluffy, soft pillow? Or perhaps something in between? Do you like a nice, cool pillowcase? Do you like a nice, warm pillowcase? Or perhaps you're someone who rather likes the indulgence of a silk or satin one. And think about your bedding. Do you like a nice, heavy duvet? Do you just like a nice, light, cool blanket? Or do you like to be as cozy and hot as possible, and you're surrounded by as many blankets and duvets as possible? And think about your mattress. How does that make your body feel? Do you sink down nice and deeply into it? Do you lay just nice and flat on top? Or again, are you somewhere in the middle? Really focus on each of these things. And if you find that there are some areas that you could be more physically comfortable, take the time to see if you can make some small adjustments. It's so important to take care of yourself. And if you think you deserve some better bedding, or you deserve to feel warmer, you deserve to feel cooler, make those changes. Making positive changes is so important, and especially when it comes to your sleep, you are going to feel so much better by being in an environment where you can just feel the most comfortable. And when you take the time to get into that comfy position, we can do a body scan to just check in on how we're physically doing. So I want you now to just take the time, and you can close your eyes or carry on however you like. we're going to start from the feet. What I want you to do is I want you to stretch out your legs and wiggle your toes. Give them a nice wiggle, 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 wiggle. And check in. How do they feel? Do they feel nice? Do they feel tired? Do they feel heavy? How do your feet feel? And now, relax them. Now I want you to check in with the rest of your legs, your lower legs, your knees and your thighs. Give them a little stretch and check to see how they're doing. Do they feel okay? Do you feel any areas of pain? Do they feel just right? Take a moment to just check in. Maybe give them a little massage or rub with your hands if they're feeling any discomfort. Make sure they're nice and wrapped with blankets if they're feeling a little bit cold. And then relax them. Next, we're going to check in with our hips and pelvis and buttocks. Just engage all those muscles. Give them a little bit of a squeeze, a little bit of a turn side to side. Just check in again, see if you feel any pain, any discomfort. Take the time to get into the most comfortable position you can. And then relax. Next, we're going to engage our hands. I want you to just open out the hands as wide as you can. Imagine they're your legs stretching out in a big bed. Stretch, 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 and wiggle those fingers. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Check in with the hands. Give them a little rotate. Rotate the wrists. And check in with them and see if you find if they're comfortable or not. Are you feeling any areas of discomfort in the hands? Stretch out those fingers. Take the time to recognize where there's any discomfort. Again, maybe give your hands a little massage if they're feeling a little bit uncomfortable. And when you're ready, just relax. Now we're going to engage the rest of the arms, so I want you to stretch out the arms. Take a moment to stretch, stretch, stretch. Check in with the lower arms, the elbows, and your upper arms. Check to see if there are any areas of discomfort. Take the time to just check in and do a nice little scan. How much have you been using your arms and hands today? I imagine quite a bit. Even when we're just sitting down, just all those little movements all build up. When you're ready, just relax. Next, we're going to check back down in with our stomach and our waist and our chest. Just engage them for a moment. Maybe give them a little stretch out, stretching out your spine as well. How's your stomach feeling? Think about what you've eaten today. Do you think everything's digesting well? Sitting nicely? Do you feel a bit of discomfort? If so, just breathe into that. Breathing deeply in and out. Minimal effort. Really, really helps if we got any pain in our stomachs and chest. And when you're ready, just relax. And now I'd like you to just re-engage that spine, so all the way from the base right up to our neck. Stretch, 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 taking the time to be grateful for it keeping us upright and doing its job. Think about any areas of discomfort and just stretch and ground yourself into your mattress, taking the time to engage all the different parts of the spine, the lower spine, the middle of the spine, the upper spine, right into the neck. And when you're ready, just relax. Now taking the time to just engage the shoulders and the neck, pushing the shoulders down. If your shoulders are drawn up from stress, just push them down. You can do that naturally, or if you feel the need to, draw them down with your hands. Give your neck a little turn, maybe side to side. Nothing too mad, just a little bit of engagement. Maybe you want to just drop your neck forward with your head and back. Do you feel any areas of discomfort there or tightness? If so, just relax. And now moving on to the head and face, I want you to just think about your eyes for a moment. How do your eyes feel? Do they feel tired and strained? Take a moment to just think about that. Think about your nose. Think about your mouth. Think about your ears. Think about your head. And relax. Taking that short amount of time to check in with every single element of your body is so important in the steps of rest and relaxation. You are so capable of controlling exactly how your mind and your body feels. You are in the present moment. You feel relaxed and calm. You feel completely at ease. You feel stress-free. Your body feels relaxed from head to toe. You have relaxed every single bit of you. You are in a state of complete and utter relaxation. Thoughts simply flow in and out of you. You are not holding on to anything. You are going to have the best night's sleep. You are going to wake up and feel refreshed and calm. Nothing is too much for you to handle. You are amazing. You can handle anything. And now you have the tools to have the best night's sleep that you could ever wish for. I am so excited that you now can relax whenever you want to, because you deserve to. and you are amazing. I'm going to leave you to rest and relax and remind you that I'll be here for you whenever you need reminding of that. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have an amazing sleep. And if needed, I'll see you again soon. Sleep well.